Greetings, programs, and welcome to Fallout 4. Yes, I finally started playing this. I was actually gifted it by Raylin, and there's a name that should be familiar to you by now, as a Christmas present, basically. And I finally got around to playing it as of late last week, and I'm now already 30 hours into it, so yeah. I'm quite enjoying it, so I thought I'd just do a short video and share my kind of thoughts and impressions. But I'm going to do a little side quest as we're doing it. So this is Cambridge Police Station. This is where you first encounter the Brotherhood of Steel. And I'm going to try and make this spoiler-free, although I expect anyone that was remotely interested in it has probably played it by now and is probably well past where I am. But basically, this is how you get introduced to the Brotherhood of Steel, and they give you various little things to do. And I'm actually at the stage where the big airship has shown up for the first time as well, but I'm still kind of doing the initial side quests. So I'm going to speak to Knight Reese, and he's going to give us a thing to do.
I'm ready.
Good answer. Details are on your map. Report back when the area is clear.
So this is going to be... there's two sets of missions you can get from these guys. You can get shooty missions from him, or you can get retrieval missions from the scribe. But we're going to do a shooty mission, because there's a couple of things I want to talk about. And one of them is that, well, you can basically do in this now what you could do in Skyrim, and that is make an absolute horrible, just utter stealth bastard build. And that's what I've done. I went looking for builds and discovered right near the top, it's like the second result, one for just being really very stealthy and just being incredibly sneaky and getting all kinds of sneak crit damage. And you could do that in Skyrim. It involved using daggers in Skyrim, which were generally the weakest weapon, except if you stuck up behind somebody and stabbed them in the back. You could get massive amounts of damage, plus the kind of sneak critical damage. And you could build a whole character around it where you just sneak around and stab everybody in the back and instantly kill them. And you can kind of do that in this, except it's not so much the instant killing them, although you can with the weaker enemies. It's the ability to stay very, very stealthy and just shoot everything. So we've got to make our way in... where are we? This direction. So, yeah, I've leveled up a bit. I've got the ability to craft myself a silencer for my 10mm pistol, and the reason I'm using a pistol specifically, and it's recommended by the build, is because you get a lot of action points to use with pistols, so you can be shooting a lot. I've also got, if I quickly look at my perk chart, I've got agility maxed out, which was a mistake. I should have left that at 9 because I haven't found the bobblehead for agility yet, which gives you a free point. So that's now going to be wasted. I've completely wasted a level. I've got to start over the game all over again. Oh no, oh no. But I did find the perception bobblehead already, so I can safely max that out to 10. So basically you need a lot of perception, which helps you with your weapon accuracy in VATS. And obviously it helps your awareness as well, so you can pick up enemies from further away. And agility impacts on your ability to be very, very stealthy. So I've got agility plus sneak up to level 3. So not only am I very, very stealthy, but I can walk over mines without blowing myself up, which is quite useful because I've done that a couple of times. So yeah, there's a couple of other things like Action Girl, which is more action point regen, and there's Ninja, which gives you extra sneak damage, and I've got basic Locksmith, and I've got a Gun Nut, so I could rank up the... so I could create those second rank things, including the silencer that's on this. So yeah, so I'm going to sneak around and murder everything, and that's trusty dog meat with me there, by the way. So I'm quite enjoying this game so far, and the base settlements building stuff is it's a little bit, I don't know, some of it's a bit make-worky. I mean, I have actually, like I did with Skyrim, I've installed a mod, and I can very quickly show you my inventory. I have 1200 carry weight, and that's not even the most you can have. It can give you up to 9999 carry weight, which is a bit ridiculous. So yeah, there's that mod. I think there was some minor lighting mod which affects your settlements. There's probably one or two other things I've added, but I've added very, very few mods to this. So basically, the nature of this mission is sneak around and kill stuff. And oh hello, that's a mole rat. So I can be very, very sneaky and get the crit damage. And of course, something dies, so caution means they know I'm here, but they don't know exactly where I am. And this might not actually be killing raiders, this might just be mole rats. Now, it's pretty good, this setup. I've taken down super mutants at this stage. Oh, hello. And I think they're family. Whoops. Now, this is interesting that it's mole rats. A legendary glowing mole rat. That's, oh, that looks a bit nasty. This is basically just bug control at this point, but I should be shooting it in the head, actually, at this point. But look how many action points I get. It's ridiculous. So that's kind of the strength of this build, is you just get so many action points. And we'll just do a crit as well, because why not? There we go. Now I'm taking a bit of damage here because the thing I'm wearing gives me extra agility points. So I've actually got my agility boosted up to 12. So it's over 10. There we go. I think we blew his head off. Oh, that's a lot off them though. Glowing mole rat. So much for being stealthy. I was going to be all sneaky stealthy, and then it turned out to be mole rats. But yeah, the amount of crit damage and you can just keep going and keep going and keep going and just blow everything up, and it's fantastic. Now there's a couple of set piece encounters where you do kind of get face-to-face things that just are always going to, oh hello, turn into a fight, and you can't do much about those. But then the extra action points and the extra critical damage and all that kind of thing come into play, so it's very, very useful. I never actually did this kind of build in Skyrim, by the way, but I just saw this thing that popped up, and I can't even remember the website it was on, but it was literally entitled the build that broke Fallout 4. I almost said Skyrim there. Yeah, the Fallout build that broke Skyrim. That'd be impressive. Oh, hello. Okay, that's a bunch of radioactive stuff. What I can quickly do is I can put on a gas mask, and I can put on a Vault-Tec jumpsuit, which gives me some radiation resistance, but I'm still getting a lot. And oh, it's worth it though, because that's a legendary bit of equipment. So yeah, this is all killing me very, very slowly. Now I do have a lot of Radaway. In fact, I've only had to use one Radaway so far, but I'll probably have to use another one after this. So I'll probably stop standing in here talking and getting all of the radiation. So even, wow, even with the radiation resistance, it didn't make that much difference. I think I would have needed power armor, honestly. So we've taken care of the mole rats, but I don't think we've done the mission yet. I can also maybe, yeah, I can use a Radaway. So I'm going to use my second ever Radaway after, I don't know how many levels, after 30 hours. There we go. So that should get rid of the radiation, and we can have a nice cool drink of non-irradiated water to get the rest of my hit points back up. So there's a terminal in there, but that requires, I don't know, I think there's a hazmat suit you can find at some point that gives you a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Radiation resistance, there we go. But for now, I don't quite know what I'm looking for, actually. Although I can just pick up any bits of junk that I find, essentially. Oh, hello. It's a radioactive mattress. Okay. What were they doing on that mattress that made it radioactive? I'm not even sure I want to know. But yeah, this is really fun. And, of course, it's been out enough months now that there are quite a lot of mods available at this point. Not quite the amount there are for Skyrim, of course, but still. Right, anyway, apparently that was it, so I can just travel right back. It was just literally go and kill a bunch of mole rats, so that was a lot quicker than I thought it would be. As for the main quest, I mean, I think a lot of people have pointed out the silliness of the fact that you can... I mean, I've been trying to follow the main quest and trying to do it in a way that makes sense in my head in terms of the order of doing stuff. And the reason why I've gone and joined the Brotherhood at this point is because you can turn up and say, well, you know, I think it's the best chance of finding my son. And that's actually an answer you can give. It's actually a dialogue option. That was another mod, actually, a dialogue mod. There's a couple of those around that kind of tell you exactly what you're going to say, more or less. But... yeah, I've been, I suppose, slightly role-playing it a little bit in that regard, trying to do it in a way that would make sense. But it is possible to basically come out of Vault 111 and just completely ignore the main quest. Just do all the side quests. Just ignore everything else. Just wander around leveling up and crafting. and. But, you know, it's a bit silly on the face of it, but Skyrim was exactly the same. You could come out and you could just ignore all the dragon stuff. You could just wander around Skyrim making the most absurdly powerful character and building homes and doing all the crazy things you could do if you had the right mods installed. And then if you felt like it at that point, you could go and fight dragons, if you really felt like it. Anyway, where's what's-his-face? He's around somewhere. I've got to turn the quest in, and maybe I can even level up a bit. One thing I would like to do, but it's going to take a lot of points, is level my charisma up to the point where I can get the local leader perk, because that lets you do stuff with settlements that I just can't do at the moment, because the initial thing leaves you with very, very little charisma, and I've been not putting points into that so far. So anyway, here we go. Let's turn this in.
Another piece of tech?
Well, look who's back. I take it that area's clear?
Affirmative.
Impressive. Keep proving your worth. I may start to trust you. Here's your pay.
So there we go,
As
some
long as
bottle
the
caps
Brotherhood's around, those
and
abominations
some
don't
XP.
stand a
So these
chance.
missions are basically fairly
Once you
easy
prep for your
XP,
next mission, come find me.
which is quite nice. So I'll just say I'm not ready.
You know where
I
to
just
find
noticed
me.
I haven't got my hat
Just
on.
don't take
And if you're
it.
wondering about the character face, by the way, I kind of tried to make it look like my female shepherd character. Because I've always had the same, like, even though I played Mass Effect 1 on the PC and then Mass Effect 2 on PS3, and then I played a little bit of Mass Effect 3 on a friend's Xbox. And I've always tried to make the same female shepherd character, but I've not really captured it. This is the best I could do. So trying to get a BioWare face into a Bethesda game is not the easiest thing to do ever. Anyway, I'm missing my very fetching yellow fedora. There we go. So yeah, so I've got various outfits for various things, and I've yet to figure out a quick way of switching. But yeah, so Fallout 4. I'm pressing the button and it's not doing the thing I want it to do. There we go. It's all right. It's been fun, and there's been a couple of little game crashy bugs so far at various times. There was one bit where I was trying to clear out the Corvega plan, and it was repeatedly crashing in the same spot, and that was really annoying. I've had a couple of times where I've found glitchy textures or whatever. I've had a couple of occasions where I've gotten weirdly stuck on bits of scenery where I shouldn't have gotten stuck. And one time I managed to extricate myself, and I think the other two times it happened I was outdoors, so I could just fast travel to extricate myself. So it does still have some issues, and I will say this isn't the beta version that you can opt into on Steam. This is just kind of like the released version, so there probably are still going to be a couple of patches or whatever, and doubtless there will be DLCs and such like for it at some point as well that give you stuff to do, because there was some fairly weighty expansions for I can't remember if Fallout 3 had much in the way of really big expansions, but I know New Vegas did. It had a couple of ones that added new areas and new quests and new things to do. So doubtless Fallout 4 will have some of that in the future as well. But yeah, I was not really expecting to get into it this much, because I've played the Fallout games previously. I've played out a bit of New Vegas, and I've played Fallout 3 on my PS3. I've actually got that sitting on the shelf. But yeah, the ability to add mods in, and it's only a few so far, has been very nice. And also I just think, even though you could say it has become in some ways a little bit more Skyrim-esque in terms of certain mechanics and maybe even just the look and feel of it, that's not necessarily a bad thing, because I really liked Skyrim, and so I found myself playing it in the same way that I play Skyrim sometimes. I'll get into Skyrim every so often and just play it convulsively for a while. So yeah, once this is out my system, I will probably get back to a slightly more normal schedule of just doing things generally. But at the moment, it's it's doing stuff and then play a bit of Fallout, and then I'll go and think I'm surely going to do something else now, so I go and do whatever else I need to do, and then I come back and play more Fallout. So yeah, but I think Jingles had the same problem, where he was just literally, when he wasn't doing videos and going out to the shops or whatever, he was playing Fallout. And I can kind of see why. There's a lot to do and see and explore, and it isn't actually, it's not half bad. I mean, one of the weaknesses of Skyrim at times was some of the quests were a bit hokey and whatever. But no, I mean, I actually, even with the sneaky stealth build, I did a big long stream on Sunday, and I ended up going all the way to try and find vaults Vault 114, there we go. And that involved going all the way around here because I kept meeting super mutants, and there's this faction called the Gunners who are very, very hostile. And I got killed multiple times, but generally, once you know if something's ahead of you that's going to kill you, you can do something to avoid it. So it didn't happen that often, but I had to take this big, long, circuitous route all the way around here. And maybe I could have come in from the north instead. Maybe that would have been easier. But yeah, this whole area here is just raiders and gunners and all kinds of nasty things that will just murder you very, very quickly. So it was actually genuinely fun being sneaky and trying to get past all these horrible monsters. And sometimes it didn't work, and sometimes I actually had to stand and fight it out, and that was up to and including a bunch of super mutants, which was a very, very hairy fight indeed. But yeah, it's kind of got a bit of everything. I mean, it's almost like that kind of Skyrim thing of, well, you can choose to, you can be in the Brotherhood and you can be a Minuteman, and you can, I don't know, you can go around murdering people if you really like. I don't think it has any particularly negative consequences. I actually managed to I did a thing. There was an ambush in what was it, Concord, I think, and the first 2 times they got me. And then the 3rd time I thought, you know what, the person that's leading me to the ambush, I'll just kill them right now. But apparently that counts as a murder because they aren't actively hostile to you at that point. So, yes. And then I discovered, looking at the stats, I've apparently murdered 2 other people. And I have no idea when and where I managed to murder them, but there you go, that's part of the fun of this game. At some point, I just gunned down 2 completely innocent, and I have no idea how I managed to do it, but, yeah. Yeah, there you go. So, Fallout 4, I would say, if you've any slight interest in it, well, you've probably already bought it, but if you haven't, well, you probably wouldn't be terribly unsmart. Wow, this is a sentence, this is going places. It would probably be a not terrible idea to wait until it's super cheap on sale at some point, because it undoubtedly will be. And if you've got the patience, then it will come down to Skyrim prices. And Skyrim didn't take that long to come down to very reasonable prices indeed. So, yeah, I mean, we're after the kind of all the pre-orders and that at this point. And I actually bought it on sale myself, although it was still something like £30. Well, I say bought it on sale. Raylane basically gifted me the money to buy it because I wouldn't have been able to afford it otherwise at that particular, even when it was on sale. But yeah, it's undoubtedly going to come down further still. So even if you decide you're going to wait 6 months or whatever, I think it'll be well worth the wait. And of course, it'll have the added bonus of there'll be so many more mods by that point. So, Fallout, there we go. We had a quick bit of mole rat bashing. It was entirely spoiler-free. I don't think there's anything spoilery about killing glowy mole rats. I hope you've enjoyed this, and if you have, you can leave any comments below sharing your own experiences with Fallout. You can hit the like button, you can subscribe to my channel if you aren't already, and as always, stay tuned for more.